Okay, so I've got the, well, one side done. It's the, what is it, the right-hand side, I think. Am I right? No, I think it's left-hand side. Yeah. No, you're right. It's the left-hand side. Yeah, of course, because the arm goes back in here. So looking at that in plan, it's a little bit harder to read, but if you go to shaded, it comes a little bit easier, and we can start to relate the things that we can see here to what you can see in the plan, and you want to make sure you get that right. So so the bit that comes out the front should be the front of the leg. So this part here. So that's the front of the leg. This should be then the front of the armrest, and so the armrest comes outside. So it is the right hand side, not the left hand side. Must be, because that is the arm, and it's on the right, and then the seat must come inside. So yeah, it's just a bit. Yeah, so that's it. So the arm goes outside here, so that's the right-hand side, and then it will have a copy over here. So, okay, so I want to copy this. I don't want to have to make all of that again. And so, also, this is something that is obviously symmetrical. So it'll help a lot to have a reference plane that sets the centre line. Now, you've got one already. The centre left-right plane is often good in those situations, but we've already used it and drawn on it, so so I don't want to use that. So I'm going to go and make a new reference plane in the floor plan, ref level, and just draw it to the left in the empty space there, and then from the next reference plane, we're going to say this chair is 600 mil across. Looks like a fairly decent one. That might need to change, but we can adjust that. So, so that's not my centre line. That's actually the other side. And now look at it. It looks a bit narrow, so I'm going to make that 700 right away. And then I'm going to go and make a new reference plane now in the centre. Well, I'm drawing it roughly in the centre, but I'm going to then draw a dimension to centre it exactly. So just with an aligned dimension. I'm going to choose the reference plane on the left, and then the one in the middle, or that will be in the middle, and then the very far reference plane. So I'm skipping that little one we did and just going to the end. Click close. Yeah, so with that dimension I can then just click equals, and that'll centre that reference plane. You've got to select the dimension. So now all I should need to do is make a window around all of those solids. So there should be 3 in brackets in properties after you do that. And then go to mirror pick axis. And then pick that centre line. And it should flip them over exactly. So in 3D, it's good to keep checking it and make sure it's looking how it should. Oh yeah, so you can always adjust the measurements, probably just slightly different measurements here and there. So look, I think my seat needs to be brought back a bit, so I'd probably adjust this even further, but it's good enough for now. So so then really all I need for the structure now is the end of the backrest, and So for that, I'm going to go into the plan view to start with and make a new sweep. Yeah, where it goes. Yeah. So then sketch path, and so it's just going to be a line that goes from the middle of that out a little bit. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Okay, so my radius may be a little bit small. Maybe I'll make that bigger. Oh, okay. So okay, I'll just have a look. So I'll just finish this. Your don't know. I'll have a look. So I'm just going to in the front view draw my profile to finish this off. So I just go to edit profile and draw in a circle over the bit at the top. So just one little trick I'm just going to show you here that you'll need. To get the centre of this circle now, you'll need to type SC and then click on the edge and it'll snap to the centre. After. Oh, sure. Yep. So I'm just going to finish this, and now you can see it's telling me as well I can't create the sweep. So when that happens, you need to go back and adjust your path. It's because this curve isn't working with the circle. So I need to go back to sketch path, and I can reduce that radius. I'm just going to take it down by 10 mil. Then that hopefully will be enough. There we go. It's still not enough. So back to sketch path, and I'll go down to 40. Okay, so the problem isn't that it's too big, it's that it's too small actually. So I need to then bring this out a little bit more so that I can try a bigger radius. Yep. That's a common issue with curves on curves. So I'm going to go up to 70. And yeah, since I've got a 15 mil radius, that should be enough. There we go. Still doesn't like it. It's a bit painful. So
what view are you in again? Are you in floor plan?
Yeah, in floor plan to start with. Yep.
And then go here?
Yep, that's it. Yep. Tick again. Still a bit, it's a bit annoying.
And then I've got to do the circle thing.
Yep.
So I go create, and then modify script, get path, and then start profile. Elevation, back or front, and then it's back to the line.
Yep. Oh, now sorry. Now here, this is another mistake I've made. I drew the profile on the wrong side, which is why it's really struggling with this one. So, well, I was a bit. I was just using a shortcut here. Instead of moving the plane, which you normally, well, you don't have to do, but it can help if you move the plane to the height or the elevation that you want the sweep to be on. But you don't have to. So here you can see that my plane's down on the ground, but you can still draw the profile up in the air. The problem is that I drew the profile on the right when it should have been on the left. So I'm going to go to select profile, and I will just edit that profile and delete that circle and draw a new circle on the right side. So
What was the trick for getting the centre of the circle again?
there we go. SC. So So there we are. That's the last piece. And so here, I'll come out. So let's just do one last thing. Join now may work. Yep, that has, and that can be a nice thing to get rid of those joins. It's not working as well with the blend because well, blends work a bit differently to sweeps, and the way it is at the end is causing a problem. Let's just see. Oh no, now it's working. That's a bit weird. Even though it doesn't really look that good, and yeah, sometimes it doesn't even work, strangely. So, anyhow, so that's the frame done, except for the parts under the seat, which we'll do once the seat's done.